Hello and happy Sunday evening, everybody, ambassadors of hope. It is, my goodness, October 8th, and this is Kim Harbidge. I am a Gold Ambassador, and I am so excited to bring to you a couple of things tonight in our team meeting. I'm in Colorado, and we are preparing for snow tomorrow. It was gorgeous. I'm wearing a tank top, and I sat outside for lunch with my mom today, and tomorrow we're expecting up to 7 inches of snow and a hard freeze. So we spent the afternoon preparing our yard for winter and making sure that we don't have any burst pipes. So I'm super excited though. The last several weeks, I have really been immersing myself in a few different things, and I'm going to share them all into the team page as well. You might be like, oh my gosh, there's so much. I am so excited. I feel a change in shift in my mentality. Maybe you guys are feeling it too. I know that this summer kind of went by in a blink. July, August, and September were just poof, gone. I wasn't at the gym. I wasn't in my yoga studio. I don't know what I was doing, but I wasn't doing those things that had become just a part of me. And next thing I know, it's October, and it's like, oh my goodness. But I have been doing a lot of reading. It almost feels to me like God is snapping together some pieces of a puzzle from books that I have read, different videos and audios that have come my way. The power of the corporate power hours. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to attend any of those, but they are wonderful. And Trisha and I are committed to offering at least 8 or 9 of these a month. Corporate is recommending, just as a best practices, that people put in 8 of those a month. And if you were to do those, and you could do them in 15-minute increments, your business would just grow. And that really is the bonus of this. And you can do it in 15-minute increments. If you're able to join one of the corporate ones, great. They are limited just because of the size, and they're very popular. But then Trish and I have some that we're putting on the calendar, and then we also encourage you all to do your own. And if you're going to jump on the phone or do something for an hour or something, you can do a free Zoom link and for 45 minutes and ask others to join you, or gather at your friend's house or at a coffee shop or something like that. It's just really fun to have this 1 hour of dedicated time. So all of these things are coming together, and I really believe that is creating some amazing momentum. So I want to share those with you. The first thing that we're going to talk about, though, is talking about the October incentive plan. The success planner. And this is exciting. And I want to kind of paint the picture for this. Last year they did this, and they announced the contest at the end of October. And so people had already started planning for December. They had already purchased their calendars. And so they didn't have quite the volume and the anticipation and the excitement around this particular incentive. So this month they moved it up to, or this year, they moved it up to the beginning of October, which is great. Then you have the whole month of October, and this is really where I think that they're really smart. They just keep making it better every time. But not only will you get your planner in November, so you have plenty of time to plan for 2018, but it is creating this momentum. And last year at Leaders Retreat, we learned about the power of a 90-day plan. And if you have been doing anything in network marketing, as far as following any of the network marketing leaders or running across some things on YouTube, Eric Worre is one, Sarah Robbins is another, even Richard Bliss Brooke is another. Any of these that you see, you might see a common thread through there, which is a 90-day push. I have several different journals that I have purchased, different books that I have read, and different strategies, and they all go in this 90-day increment. And it's like, why? Well, it's because of the time that it takes to reach out to somebody, plant the seed, follow up with them. Everybody, like, it's our top priority to share Plexus with other people, but it's not their top priority. Their top priority is living their life and getting food on the table for their family and getting their kids here and there. And so Plexus is not the front of their mind. So it takes a period of time, on average 90 days, to start getting some real traction with people that you have been talking to. So in October, if you're looking at that, it can be historically a slow period of time in all of network marketing. But if we start pushing and planting seeds in October, we are going to see some of that fruition come, and we're going to hit the beginning of the year with a lot of momentum, a lot of seeds that have been planted. That's when contests start for convention, where you can earn money and winner's dinner and all different kinds of fun prizes. And so if we start doing the planning now, our January will be amazing. So this incentive allows us to get super excited about reaching out to people, coming up with our own incentives to help plant the seeds, because I don't know about you, but I want that calendar. It is beautiful. And I actually had a chance to join in on a Jewel training call, which was super exciting. I'm actually going to share that link with you all as well. But it was led by a Diamond ambassador. And then they had the coaches, the corporate coaches that were along as well. And they gave us a sneak peek into the actual planner itself. And then we got real live helpful tips from the Diamond who is doing the leading. And the most important thing that I think she talked about was that she was talking about qualifying your prospects. When does it make sense to put them in as a preferred customer? And when does it make sense to put them in as an ambassador? And there are definitely some different viewpoints on this. And I loved her context and her thoughts around this. There's no 100% right way or wrong way, but it definitely makes a difference if you're going to have people who are interested in working the business or not. So that's it. I'm going to share that Jewel training with you on prospecting and qualifying your prospects, which will help you to come up with a plan to earn your planner. So this is the other thing too. It ties in with my other topic that I wanted to talk about, which is rank advancements. I know that we've got lots of new people that are in our team, which is so exciting. We have many people who have gone silver recently, and the next step is gold. And they'd say, if you can make it to gold, which every single one of you watching this video absolutely can make it to the rank of gold. You already have the commitment to tune in and invest in yourself and spend a little bit of time to learn more. And so that right there is the quality that you need to keep going. And so you can make it to gold. And if you can make it to gold, you can go all the way to the top to diamond if that's what you want to do. So none of this happens without a plan, though. You go from silver, which is the equivalent of just 3 people that have joined your team, which is wonderful. And then gold, you switch to points, which is about 100 points. Or it is 100 points, but that equals about 20 people. So going from 3 to 20 people takes some strategy and some planning. And that is the whole point of this, is that you need to know exactly where you want to go so that you can back into that plan to figure out how you're going to get there. The same thing with this planner. Don't leave it to chance. You need 2 ambassadors with their welcome pack purchased and a backup order on, and then 2 preferred customers with at least 75 PV. I'm making sure that I got that right. But if you do that, a number of things are going to happen. You will have reached out to a lot of people to be able to get that. Now, they might have told you no, and I don't know if you guys have realized this, but no is not no forever. No might be no, I don't have enough information. No, the timing is not right for me right now. Or no, I have some questions still, but rarely is no a no forever. I have several stories that I will share with you as we go about people that I had reached out to before, and they said, no, I'm already in another network marketing company. And guess what? I've reached back out to them 2 years later. They're no longer with those companies. Those companies were not as good as what they were hoping. They love the network marketing model, and they're interested in hearing more about Plexus. So don't ever give up always follow up and have a plan. So come up with your plan. And if you guys need help in backing into what this plan is going to look like for you, call me, reach out to your sponsor. Any one of us can help you come up with the plan that's right for you. So 90 days, we've got 90 days that we're pushing to January. There is definitely a plan of quarters, and I'm going to share that with you as well. I have never ever seen this, and I'm so excited about seeing it, talking about why October is an important and pivotal month, what November and December do so that January becomes a pivotal month. There's lots of strategy around this, and for me, when I attended a training with my mentor, my personal friend and mentor, and Emerald Ambassador Kim Wilson-Pollock, she shared with us that you need to know what your plan is so that you can get there. Nothing happens by accident. So she took us through this exercise, and I want to share a little bit of it with you today because it's so powerful, and I could see exactly where I wanted to be in December, because I am going for a rank advancement. I am claiming senior gold in October, and I am claiming ruby by the end of 2017. Now, when I start looking at those numbers and I just kind of look at that insurmountable, I'm like, oh my gosh, that doubt sets in right away, and it's like, I can't do that. Well, as soon as you say that, your brain is like, you're right, you can't do that, that's scary, let's protect you from this. So I am implementing some different tools that I have learned about that I will also share with you all. The power of affirmations that we heard about in a number of different ways. One is a book study that we are doing right now, which is called The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. I left my book downstairs. I'm doing a book, oh no, I have it right here. So The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. We are doing a book study on this. We're in our first week. We are up to chapter 3. We're having our first conversation about it tomorrow at noon on Monday the 9th. If you at all are interested, this thing is like life-changing. This for me is, when it was introduced to me by a friend of mine, she said it changed her life. And so I got the book and I listened to it on Audible, and within the first 5 minutes, I was like, oh my gosh, this is life-changing. So we're starting a book on this book club on this Mondays on for an hour, maybe half an hour, an hour, where we're talking about this, and not just talking about it, but coming up with strategies to implement it. These are the strategies from the top 1% network marketers in all of network marketing. There are some real nuggets, but they're super simple. And a lot of it has to do with mindset. So mindset is huge. Telling yourself that you can do it. Don't say, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. But coming up with your plan. And so this is like, looks like a bunch of chicken scratch. But if you want to advance to another rank, it's all based on points, right? So start out with where you ended your September and put down the number of points that you had in your organization in September. And then what are your goals for October? Are you going for a rank advance in October? Put down the points that you need to have in order to reach that goal. If you're looking out to December, do the same thing. So my goals for October is senior gold, which means I need to have 250 points in my organization. I ended a few months ago, I was about 15 points away from senior gold, and it did not happen. And so then it takes some new strategizing and reaching out and continuing to move the momentum forward. So I have about 130 points that I need to add in October from where I ended in September. So how do you figure out what that means? So if we take the first 3 levels, our levels 1, 2, and 3, each of those qualified ambassadors are worth 5 points each. So I'm just going to assume that I'm recruiting, and my team, my very first few levels, are the ones who are actively reaching out, and those are an average of 5 points. So if I need 130 points to get from where I was in September to reach my goal of senior gold in October, that's 130 points that are needed. And so if I divide that by 5 points, I will come up with the number of people that I need to have qualified additional that weren't there in September in the month of October. I'm a numbers person, and so this speaks to me. It's black and white and it's concrete, and I can understand now, okay, this is what needs to happen in order for me to get there. Now, I have done the same thing for my December goal. Now, for Ruby, you need to have 500 points. And so what we want to always keep in mind too is that any new ambassadors that we add in the current month are not qualified if they just have the purchase of their welcome pack. Ambassadors earn us points once they have 100 PV in addition to their welcome pack go through their website. So oftentimes people will buy a welcome pack in their first month. They buy their product in their second month. It's that second month that they become qualified. So this is important. If you want to reach a rank by the end of a certain month, you need to have the people in place to have the potential points by the end of the previous month. If that doesn't make sense, let me know. It becomes really important when you're going for goals in July. That is when people are pushing for the rank advancement of Emerald, because it is that qualifying month that if you qualify by then, you are invited to go on the trip to Maui. So super important when that, like you would have to have your people in place by the end of June in order for all of that to come in play and be qualified in the month of July. I don't want to get too far ahead because the point of this really is that you need to know where you're going and what it takes to get there. If you guys could see my desk, you would be appalled. But this is why, this is one of the things that I have with me literally at all times. It sits on my desk where I can reach it out. This is the compensation plan. I have it laminated because I want to have it with me wherever. On the other side is the average annual income for 2015. For me, motivating. I've got my eye on the future of what I might be able to do with some hard work. So this is what tells me what I need to have in points for every single one of those rank advancements. This is what tells me how many points I need to have. This becomes my destination, my roadmap, where am I going, and then I can come up with that plan to get me there. That's really the most important thing. I guess the most important thing is that it doesn't happen by accident. If you know where you're going, you can put some plans in place to get there, right? You wouldn't say, oh, I'm going to go somewhere for spring break, and you get up one morning and then, oh, well, maybe I'll go to Mexico today. No, that kind of stuff does not happen on accident. You are planning for it, you're packing for it, you're making sure that you've got your passport in hand and all of those different things. And there is no difference than with this here. So I just want to bring that up and say, this is the time to plan. This is the time to know that you can do it. This is the time to start talking very positively to yourself, claiming it, owning it, backing into it, coming up with a plan and making it happen. Now, none of this is possible on our own, right? We cannot do this without our teams. There is a saying in network marketing that we rise by lifting others, and there's a reason for that. One is it is wonderfully encouraging and great momentum and a great camaraderie to be able to support one another in reaching our goals. The other thing that happens is you get that trickle-down effect and you get the leverage power, the power of 3. If we have people, each person who's like, I want to go silver this month, then we help them go silver, and then those 3 people go silver, and then so on and so forth. We're training people to want to find their first 3 people to join them on this journey. It is so helpful for a number of reasons. One, it helps people get their products paid for by having those people join their team. 2, it helps get the word out. We have products that people need, and they don't know that they need it yet. By building a team, we have the power to spread that word quickly. If we're building a good, solid business of customers, that's great. They're loving the products. Ask them for referrals. If they're not interested in sharing the business, that's okay. But they may know of some people who could use better sleep, or who could have some better energy, or might want to lose a couple of pounds, or more importantly, who might want to have an extra $200 a month. What if we could connect those people, and we can use that energy to spread the word and be those ambassadors of hope, because we do have an amazing gift that we want to offer to people and that we can share with others. And by doing that, it helps to grow your organization. And when we talk about helping others, the details will come later as far as points and all of that. The most important thing is that we are solving some really big issues for some people, which is super exciting and gratifying, and is really what it's all about for me. I'm not sure about you all. So in summary, I know I've packed a lot in a little period of time, but I'm going to share with you several different videos and links that go with this. They all tie together, and I hope that you take some time, or have the time, to take each one of them and really apply some of the principles that you can take some nuggets and get them into your daily life, and start making your plan and making it happen on purpose, because that's how it's going to happen. So who's going to get their planner? Me. Let's claim it. That planner is wonderful, and by aiming to get that, we are sharing with the world, and we're helping people, and we're making a real impact in their lives. That's the number one thing. It does take about 90 days. So who we're talking to today may not actually come and buy anything from us until the end of the year. So we definitely want to be talking to people constantly, keeping our pipeline full, keeping our funnel full, so that we have people that we're able to help all the time. And that's a lot of fun. We'll think about this in quarters, and I will share this as well. And rank advancements, they don't just happen just like your planner. You need to plan for them. So use all the tools that we have available, claim it, affirm it, and make it happen. I think that's it. My gosh, I'm sharing another video with you too, which is Jen Wolf, and she was an emerald, a new emerald in July. And with that, I will share all of those pieces in the team page, and hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'll talk to you all later. Have a great day.